What's your reaction to that?
1-0 down at half time. We knew we'd have to win our home game. We've got a great home record, one of the best in the league. I'm probably a happier man than Adi right now. We got a bit of a battering. We didn't play anywhere near our best, but to be fair to my back four, and particularly my two centre halves, whoever played there, and the opposite fullback, although we had to deal with a lot of crosses, a lot of balls in our box, Scotty's had one save to make. So, disappointed with the goal, how it came about. We've played nowhere near our best, and we're one down. So, game on Sunday.
And you talked about your centre halves. You had to play, of course, 3 centre halves with Michael Hector going off injured. What's the latest on Michael?
He's gone to hospital for an X-ray. Hopefully, it's precautionary. But whatever happens, we'll just deal with.
Obviously, very early to say
He walked straight off. I ain't seen him since, so we had to concentrate with the players that we had out there, and we had to dig in. Like I said, we were nowhere near our best. We didn't play. And credit to them, they were miles better than us tonight. But it's 1-0, and we got a chance.
Did you feel you slightly got away with it, perhaps, on the context of 90 minutes?
In terms of the way we've played and the way they've created, half chances, put balls in the box, but we always knew that was going to be the case. We knew we had to defend manfully, and we have. And you can look at it like that, that we got away with it, but the hardest thing in the game is to stick the ball in the back of the net. We've probably had 2 better chances than they've had all game. With Benno on immediately after they scored. He had a header as well. He had a chance back stick. We had a penalty shout. Listen, it's still game on. They were celebrating like they'd won it at the end. Fair play to them for that. And we know it's going to be tough. We know they're a good side. Adi will say all the right things, just like I will, to make sure they're focused. We've got to make sure that we turn up and win our home game. If we win our home game, we've got a chance.
And a sort of a funny game in a way, because you did have such a great chance immediately after the goal.
Yeah. And you would have backed Benno to score, but listen, that happens. Very similar chance to theirs, if you like, for a cross from the right from Keith. I thought it was excellent again tonight. I thought Stevie Elliott was outstanding. I thought Benno led the line superbly, but we didn't keep the ball well enough. We didn't do the things we're good at well enough, and that's credit to them. It was a big game. We know we've been involved in a battle. We know we've been involved in a tough, tense, tight game, if you like. But goal scoring opportunities, although that they stuck a lot of crosses in on us, and like I said, far too many for my liking. Towards the end of the second half, we stuck at it, and we didn't capitulate. We didn't concede the second goal, and to a man we defended like we had to.
And you say rightly that Scott Byrne only had one save to make in the second half, but what a save it was.
I can't even remember it. I've just been told that. We made a number of blocks and stuff like that. Scotty's been outstanding all season, and obviously carrying that on tonight as well.
What was the thinking before the game decided to go 4-4-2?
Just that we played that way. We played against them twice before, and we beat them, and we played 2 strikers. That was purely my credit to Clark Carlisle, credit to the young lad alongside him, and they were excellent. They gave us no change. We asked questions of them, and they dealt with most of them. That said, I thought we still had a couple of really good chances, and that was purely the thinking behind it. Tails can be considered himself very unlucky. I just went with what I thought was the right team, which I do every week.
And a word about the fans, Mark?
Superb, yeah. Turned up in the numbers, brilliant. Kept encouraging the boys, and we needed it. And I'm just going to ask for one big special effort from on Sunday night. We need them to be that proverbial 12th man. We need them to really roar the players on and really stick behind them. We're not going to score in the first minute and go and get 2 or 3. It's going to be tight. They're going to have their moments in the game, because we know they've got threats. But we need them to really get behind us and stick with us, and I'm sure they will. Cheers.
I think you'll be the slightly happier man because of your home record. Because
what I meant, John, was just on the balance of play tonight. Really, the number of balls that have gone into my 6-yard box was probably a lot more than the ones that went into their 6-yard boxes. That's what I mean. People will look at it and say we got a bit of a pummeling, and we did physically, but we stood up to it as well. We too many crosses, a little bit too easily at times. We knew that, but we were manful in our defending of crosses, and that's probably the best way of summing it up.
Yeah, you dealt with the physical threat at your place on Easter Monday, didn't you, and managed to get the goal. But it's going to be another.
But I think they showed. I think they showed as well that, you know, with Guttridge in the middle of the park, you know, they're not just a get the ball in the right area team. You know, he sprayed some great passes out, and they all did. So, you know, we know it's going to be a tight game. We know it's going to be really tough. But, you know, whatever team we pick, whatever players go out there and play, we'll be certainly buoyed by our home record.
Yeah, Jermaine thought he should have had a penalty down there. Did you think it was in?
I was in the changing rooms. I was from the corner. I was going to the toilet. Neil was convinced it was a foul. He didn't know if it was on the edge or in the penalty box. He thought it was. Jermaine thought it was, certainly.
Yeah. If Keith has to start on Sunday, if Michael doesn't make it, it's a ready-made replacement there, isn't it? With
absolutely.
Stido going back to right back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you think the change, the full-back worked tonight? Because was that specifically with Hackett in mind that you did that?
It was. Stido played against him at our place, and I thought Stido was excellent. And I thought he was excellent tonight, Stido, as well. So that was the thinking behind it, was pretty much that. And Billy was always going to play on Sunday.
Yeah, and as soon as he came on, the balls he put in showed what he brought.
Billy, his set piece delivery and his quality on the ball was obviously there to set.
Yeah. Do you know your team yet for Sunday, or do you think it's going to take a lot of?
No, I mean, we need to see how Michael is. We need to see how a few are. You know, tough physical game today, but on the whole, we've stood up to it. We're one down at half time. Listen, we came here to win the game, but anyone who writes us off, you know, on the back of not being at our best tonight, hopefully we can prove them wrong.
Yeah. Cheers, Mark.
All right.
Thanks a lot.